It's the Steppin' Out with D. Lachey talk show. On tonight's show, we're sitting down with two candidates running for office in the 2018 Tennessee primary election. We have Attorney Tillman Payne, Attorney Terry Clayton, and Mr. Sylvester Armour. Stay tuned because it's time for...
We're here on location at the Bartow Branch Library with the early voters. I have with me Mr. Tillman Payne. He is running for General Sessions Judge, Division 10. How are you, Mr. Payne?
I'm great, D. Lachey. It's good to be here.
Thank you. So can you please tell us a little bit about yourself, Tillman Payne, the man?
Well, my name is Tillman Payne. I'm a retired Air Force officer. I am a father of two sons. I've raised one son who's out of college now and out on his own, and I have a 15-year-old son now. I'm married. My wife and I own a couple of small businesses, and I've been practicing law for almost 20 years.
20 years? Okay. And I see that you were in the United States Air Force. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So can you tell us a little bit about what made you or inspired you to want to transition from being an attorney after so many years to wanting the position as judge?
Well, the first thing is that both of my parents are Tennessee State graduates, and they instilled in me the importance of public service and community service. And that's one of the reasons I joined the Air Force. I felt like I wanted to serve my country. After serving my country, I got out and I got a law degree. And once I had the law degree, I became an assistant public defender. And when I was doing that job, I realized that everybody didn't get the same type of justice. It could be a racial issue, it could be other vulnerabilities such as drug addiction, mental health issue, alcoholism, or just poor or uneducated. And I felt like that the system didn't really protect or actually deal with them in a positive way. So after having that experience and actually representing many people, I felt that the better way to help people and a more direct way to help them was to be the judge, to help make those decisions about what happened once a person was held accountable for a crime.
Okay, that sounds great. So tell me, you were inspired based off of your position in the past as a public defender. So what do you feel that you bring to the position as a judge if you are elected versus the other candidates that you are running against?
Through all my experience, both with my family and in the Air Force and my position as a assistant public defender and in private practice, I believe in compassionate and restorative justice. I believe we need to protect victims. We need to find a way to make those victims whole, but we also need to find ways to restore people back to society once they've been held accountable for a crime. We just can't lock everyone up. We've got to find ways to help make those people become productive citizens at some point in time. That we're going to have, and we are having already, some criminal justice reform, and we need judges on the bench that will embrace those concepts and be willing to do the things necessary to improve our criminal justice system, not just keep it the same way it is right now.
Okay, so how will you hold yourself, if elected, how will you hold yourself accountable in the position as judge?
I've been doing it all my life. Like I said, a strong background through my training from my parents, my discipline and experience in the United States Air Force and success there. I retired as a lieutenant colonel, so I had a very successful career. And part of that is being disciplined and understanding how to both organize people, set goals, and to accomplish those goals. Also, showing discipline in your personal life and all things that you do. So I will continue to do that. I've been active in the community. I've been a youth coach. I'm a current board of director on the board of directors of the West Nashville Sports League. I'm the director of a mentoring program for my fraternity, and I actually right now have about 30 kids that I'm mentoring directly between the ages of 7th grade and 12th grade.
So you have led a life of service from the military to being a public defender, doing things in the community, so you feel like that alone equips you for the position of judge?
That alone, and then add in just my experience and training. I have a law degree from George Mason University, a very good law school. I've got a master's degree from the University of Oklahoma in human relations, which really deals with trying to help people, finding ways to help people through troubles and problems. So education, my experience as a lawyer, my experience as a military officer, and just the discipline I've shown in my life, I think makes me a great candidate and better suited to be General Sessions Judge than any of my competitors.
Okay, so you have people, many voters and constituents in Davidson County or even across the country may feel that, candidates, they talk a good talk and everything sounds good when they're running for office and they, say things that people want to hear, but a lot of times once they get in office, they may not hold themselves accountable, but they may not bring about the change that they promised when they were campaigning. So my question to you, as it is to any other candidate, is can the people really trust you?
Yes, the people can trust me because I'm going to hold myself accountable. The first thing I did when I decided to run for judge is I went and talked to my wife, of course, and let her know. And
You have to.
and made sure that she was supportive of this. And the second thing I did is I called my pastor and told him that I was going to take on this this challenge. And the thing is that you have to have people around you that are willing to tell you when you're not doing something right or when you're going astray. I think one of the problems that some leaders have is they don't have a good enough core of people around them to help guide them, because everyone needs help. Nobody gets to this world alone, and everybody's got to have a good system of support and to tell people when they're not doing something the right way.
So your plan is not only can the people trust you, but you plan to have a team that will let you know that their thoughts and not necessarily be basically what people consider a yes man.
I want no yes men in my life, in any part of my life.
Okay.
I need people who will tell me the truth. I need people that will tell me if they think I'm doing something wrong, because you don't always learn something, the important things, or you don't learn how to make a situation better by just listening to people who are agreeing with you. Sometimes you have to listen to people who either don't agree with you or who you don't even know have an idea on this. You've got to be willing to listen to folks. But for me, I'm going to put people around me that will be telling me the truth.
Okay. Well, we want to thank you so much, Mr. Tillman Payne. I know you've been out here all day campaigning and you have worked hard. I can personally say that he has a strong team. They call me literally every week to ask me if I would like to volunteer. So you have great hard workers. Even though you may not see everything they're doing, they're calling and they're looking for volunteers. So Tillman Payne, he's running for General Assistant Judge, Division 10. He's asking for your votes on May 1st.
Have you been looking for the perfect gift for your loved one? Creative Concepts specializes in beautiful custom baskets through creativity and uniqueness that sets them apart from other designers. We have baskets for all occasions and holidays. With a determination to work in a spirit of excellence, every basket is given a creative concept that your loved one will absolutely love. For inquiries and ordering, please visit our website at creativeconceptstoday.com. Follow us on Facebook at Creative Concepts Today and on Instagram at Creative Concepts 2020.
It's more than just fashion. It's style. It's grace. It's confidence. It's excitement. It's Jasmine Marie.
Thank you for being here.
Glad to be here.
All right. So you have been in Nashville. Well, you are a native of Nashville, and you would like to represent the 54th District. Why? What makes you a great candidate for the 54th District?
I think that the 54th District deserves a person who can represent this district, who has the knowledge and experience to basically bring our fair share of the taxpayer dollars back to this district, to help improve this district and encourage students to take advantage of the educational opportunities that are available through the Hope Scholarship Program, the dual enrollment program, and basically encouraging students to take advantage of money that's available, that's been provided by the lottery funds.
Right.
And also to emphasize that we need to make this district a great district and make some improvements in this district, which I have not seen in the last 25 years. And I think that I'm the person that can do that, and that we want to send a person like myself to represent this district. Let's send our first drain in and represent this district.
All right. So the 54th District starts in the Dickinson Road, a certain area of Dickinson Road, extends out to Weiss Creek and the northern part of the West Trinity Lane area and Bordeaux. So with that district, there has been a lot of changes to the Nashville area, and some of those changes are coming over into the Bartow area. Do you feel like with all the money that has come into the city that this area, the 54th district, has been neglected?
Yes, I do think that it's been neglected, and I think that there needs to be a effort to get investors to invest in the 54th district. It is a shame that we don't have a franchise restaurant in the 54th district. When we decide to go out to dinner with our families, we have to leave and go to Rivergate, West End, or Madison to have where you can sit down and have a dinner and order a cocktail. And that we need to have individuals, not just from outside of the district who invest in this district, but we as individual citizens of the 54th district need to invest in this district, improve intersections like the Skyline Commons, that we have Walmart and we have Lowe's there. I mean, an excellent place for someone to, put a restaurant there.
Right. So you feel that you are that guy to turn around a community or a district that has declined over the last 25 years, although Nashville has done a lot of changes in so many other areas.
Yes, I've been, living in a district for 25 years, and I see the changes that have taken place throughout Nashville. I own a property in Germantown where my office is, and I have seen when the individuals have come in and invested in that community, and drastically it's changed. And I think that can happen in the 54th district as well.
So why now?
Why not now? I mean, I have basically been practicing law. I've raised my children. I'm in a position where I can make an impact on this city and the district, in that I've been successfully raised 3 children in the public school systems. All 3 of them are in college now. So that frees me up to spend a little bit more time in providing my services to the community at large.
So you have been doing, reaching out and doing things in the community for the last 25, 30 years, since you were a very young guy. You're still young now, but you have been doing work in the community, giving back, and a part of different organizations and on different committees to empower people in the community and to lift up the community. So you do have a great record of showing that you do give back. But I must ask you, can the people trust you?
Trust me, of course, you can trust me. I mean, I am I am the type of person that you can count on, and that I am going to represent this district like I represent my family, and that I have seen things happen in this district, and I know that people don't necessarily trust politicians. I mean, I'm not going to be handling anybody's money. I'm going to be handling I'm going to be handling laws that impact on our everyday life, not just the persons in this city and this county, but all across the state. And that, I have friends and relatives all around this state, and I think I'm the person who's going to be able to make a difference in this state legislature.
So you seem very passionate about the 54th district. You seem very passionate about the community and very passionate about making a change that is effective and that is long-lasting. So do you have the commitment to keep that fire burning past Election Day?
Yes, ma'am, of course I do. I have served this country for 25 years. I was in the National Guard, Army, and Air National Guard.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot of commitment.
Right.
And in order to make things happen, you have to get up every day and go in and try to make a difference. And that's the way I've always been. In that, I've served on the Tennessee State University Foundation from this term is about 10 years. And I've been involved in trying to improve Tennessee State and continue to recruit talented students to come to our university and also raise money so they'll stay in school, since I served on the foundation. And now that we have a board and we're no longer under the Board of Regents system, we're going to need someone who's going to look out for the interests of Tennessee State and make sure that Tennessee State gets its fair share of the public sector dollar as those dollars are allocated by the legislature in higher education.
Well, you certainly sound very passionate, and it shows, and your service speaks for itself. So I do wish you the best of luck, and I thank you for being here today. We thank you for coming to Steppin' Out. We will go to a commercial break, but this has been an interview with Mr. Terry Clayton. He wants your vote for the 54th District.
If you'd like to be a guest on Steppin' Out with D. Lachey Talk Show, send an email to producer@steppinouttalkshow.com or give us a call at 615-863-1373 or simply send us a message on our Facebook page. Stick around for more of Steppin' Out with D. Lachey. Have you been looking for the perfect gift for your loved one? Creative Concepts specializes in beautiful custom baskets through creativity and uniqueness that sets them apart from other designers. We have baskets for all occasions and holidays. With a determination to work in a spirit of excellence, every basket is given a creative concept that your loved one will absolutely love. For inquiries and ordering, please visit our website at creativeconceptstoday.com. Follow us on Facebook at Creative Concepts Today and on Instagram at Creative Concepts 2020.
It's more than just fashion. It's style. It's grace. It's confidence. It's excitement. It's Jasmine Marie.
It's a book based on a true story. A story that depicts life's harsh realities and the power to overcome. Author Erica Hannah Fowler presents her book, Only If You Knew. Call 901-314-9148 to get your copy today.
We were able to catch up with Mr. Sylvester Armour. He is running for Metro Councilman for District 1. Please tell us a little bit about who is Sylvester Armour, the man.
Sylvester Armour is a 46-year-old single father, small business owner, a pencil partner with Cumberland Elementary, and a community activist.
So you're running for Councilman District 1, and early voting starts on May 4th. So tell us, why should voters vote for you versus the other candidates?
Well, I've been active in the community. I ran 3 years ago, stayed active. I've been pushing the agenda that I've been working towards. I've been helping schools raise money, in particular Cumberland. I raised $10,000. Also, I'm helping provide housing for our senior stakeholders in our community.
So when you're saying you're providing housing, being a developer for the community, you have many people in District 1 and in Davidson County that feel that they're being pushed out of their homes because taxes for their homes are so high that they can't afford to pay the property tax. What would you do if you are elected as councilman, to assure that people that want to stay in their homes can stay in their homes and not have to deal with the overpricing of taxes?
Well, for our seniors, there is something in place right now with our tax assessor's office. And that's one of the reasons why my development, I'm building a 55 and over condo development to ensure our seniors can be able to still live in our community and be a part of the growing community.
So is it important for you as councilman to make sure that the seniors are educated on, keeping their home and making sure that their taxes are not inflated?
Exactly. The gentrification was a thing that I think really put disparity amongst us as our seniors in Nashville, in which, I actually proposed the idea of a bidder's premium, which could have actually kept some of the growth not as fast and kept our stakeholders well indentured in their community.
Okay, so also in District 1, another thing that is important to the people in the community is the Northwest YMCA. What would you do as councilman if you are elected to help preserve the YMCA? Because many people don't want to see it leave the community.
Well, I'm a member of that YMCA as well, and I've attended all the meetings. What I would do is try to get it focused on all the possibilities we can do is use the utensils we have in this community, resources, to sustain it and keep our Y here.
So, as if you're elected Metro Councilman, before you even are elected, what do you feel makes you stand out above any of the other candidates that you're running against?
I think I'm an innovative candidate. I come with a new perspective. Bordeaux has such a negative stigma. There's nothing festive here. So I want to bring 5K runs, Elders Festival, maybe a couples scavenger hunt, something to bring some life and some cohesiveness to this community.
So you're wanting to bring back the liveliness of Bordeaux District 1? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically I want to pump some life into it. You know, right now we don't have anything that we can say is a cultural-based type of event. You know, so an Elders Festival to recognize our stakeholders in our community. We have to do that to build culture up so we can pass on to our next generation.
So, you know, you have many voters and constituents that feel that candidates often say things that sound good and it makes them want, you know, they say things that make people want to vote for them and they make a lot of promises. But when they're in office, they don't always do what they said that they were going to do. So I want to ask you, as I do any other candidate, is can the people really trust you?
They can trust me because I'm already working on those goals. Like I've raised $10,000 for Cumberland Elementary to enhance their reading program. I think a strong reader in elementary can actually tear down prisons. Also, I'm working towards the housing disparity and it's keeping our senior stakeholders here in our community.
So how will you, Mr. Armour, hold yourself accountable if you are elected for District 1?
I have a father that I serve, and I want to make sure that I do what it takes to please him, and that would please my neighbors and the constituents in District 1.
So you say you serve a father.
Yes.
What about serving the community?
Well, that father is under that community. I would say that if I do everything by the righteous word of the Lord, I would definitely uphold and make my community proud.
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity to interview. This is D. Lachey, and we are stepping out.
Have you been looking for the perfect gift for your loved one? Creative Concepts specializes in beautiful custom baskets through creativity and uniqueness that sets them apart from other designers. We have baskets for all occasions and holidays. With a determination to work in a spirit of excellence, every basket is given a creative concept that your loved one will absolutely love. For inquiries and ordering, please visit our website at creativeconceptstoday.com. Follow us on Facebook at Creative Concepts Today and on Instagram at Creative Concepts 2020.
It's more than just fashion. It's style. It's grace. It's confidence. It's excitement. It's Jasmine Marie.
It's a book based on a true story. A story that depicts life's harsh realities and the power to overcome. Author Erica Hannah Fowler presents her book, Only If You Knew. Call 901-314-9148 to get your copy today. And now here's a recap of the candidates we've
young
interviewed.
people's lives. The second thing I'll say is we have to rebuild the village, and that's actually the theme of my campaign. We have to make sure that when we were younger, we had these supports in place, whether it was your parents, and your parents would reach out to their friends and coaches, and you had teachers, and you had different programs, and you had different key caring adults that were just surrounding and supporting you. I know I had that as a kid growing up here.
I did too.
Nashville.
Yeah.
And it's nothing unique about that, but
Right.
every child deserves that, and we're not providing that for all of our kids now. And I think that's a disservice to our young people, and it's really a bad mark on our community if we can't say that we're stepping up for all of our kids and making sure that we're creating that village for them to feel supported, to feel loved, and to have a sense of hope. that they can have those opportunities to strive to be something better than we are as the adults that they look up to.
I have been a
We
lawyer
need-
for 22 years. I've never had a bar complaint. I am not
Never had a bar complaint.
Never had a bar complaint.
Never had a bar complaint. That's amazing.
Yeah. So
Because some people will complain just because they're mad. So
Right,
that is
right,
amazing.
Right. And I'm not a politician. If you look at my resume, I have participated in 20 nonprofit boards, professional associations, government commissions, not because I wanted to be elected to something, but because I am a Nashvilleian and I care.
Right.
Okay? And, you know, judges can't comment on specific
Right.
cases.
Correct.
But I have told, for instance, the Equity Alliance and the Nashville Bar Association, that y'all should come into the courtroom and give judges a report card on how they're running their court.
Oh, yeah.
Don't wait till election time. Do it once a year. And like I said, once again, rulings are different. You can't, you know, really do that with the way particular cases
Right.
are handled. But is the judge coming on time? How efficient it is? How they treat everybody in the courtroom? I would encourage, and I know I would not be embarrassed so
Right.
if the community did that.
Well, it seems you do a
So-
lot of self-reflection and
Yes.
looking and holding yourself accountable, and
Yes.
that's very important
Yes.
to the voters. Okay, that sounds great. So tell me, you were inspired based off of your position in the past as a public defender. So what do you feel that you bring to the position as a judge if you are elected versus the other candidates that you are running against?
Through all my experience, both with my family and in the Air Force and my position as a assistant public defender and in private practice, I believe in compassionate and restorative justice. I believe we need to protect victims. We need to find a way to make those victims whole, but we also need to find ways to restore people back to society once they've been held accountable for a crime. We just can't lock everyone up. We've got to find ways to help make those people become productive citizens at some point in time. That we're going to have, and we are having already, some criminal justice reform, and we need judges on the bench that will embrace those concepts and be willing to do the things necessary to improve our criminal justice system, not just keep it the same way it is right now.
You do have a great record of showing that you do give back, but I must ask you, can the people trust you?
Trust me, of course, you can trust me. I mean, I am I am the type of person that you can count on, and that I am going to represent this district like I represent my family, and that I have seen things happen in this district, and I know that, you know, people don't necessarily trust politicians. I mean, you know, I'm not going to be handling anybody's money. I'm going to be handling I'm going to be handling laws that impact on our everyday life, not just the persons in this city and this county, but all across the state. And that, you know, I have friends and relatives all around this state, and I think I'm the person who's going to be able to make a difference in this state legislature.